All right, a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for him.
Been on a tear offensively these past few months, and you know how much they love the extra points he provides. He's been shouldering a bigger load recently, and I think he's just getting started.
Now let's take a look at the Bucks opening lineup. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez, and it's Prince in at the 3. And for the 76ers, George out there with Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre, then it's Andre Drummond, and it's Embiid in at center. And the technical free throw is good.
Hey, certain guys just exude that it factor. Damian Lillard is a great player and a terrific leader. And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball in his body. He can get the shot he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. Still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court. Boy, the attacking mentality of Prince right there. You love that. If he has a lane, he's not going to wait around. He's going to hit it right away.
Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Milwaukee shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Very few shoot the 3 ball as well as Lillard does, so you want him taking those shots as much as possible.
Drummond with the screen. And it's Maxey missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Trent goes in, and he can't jam it through. And the foul on Brook Lopez. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. We discussed the challenges a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo presents for his defense, and coach responded saying he's a handful for sure. I told our guys to make sure we seal up any lanes to the basket and just try to make him beat us with his jumper. It won't be easy, but coach feels like they'll be able to make it a little more difficult for Giannis. Guys,
good job there, Allie. Thanks. And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Here's Maxey. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Trent.
Sixers ball.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. The 3, George drains the triple.
It's a big part of George's game, the three-point shot, and for good reason. I mean, he's a sniper out there.
Lillard looking around. Pass to Trent. And at this early point, Clark. Team's still figuring things out.
Yeah, I agree with that, but it's certainly an advantage if you've got continuity on your roster. For those teams who shuffle things in the offseason, they've got a little more to work out. But continuity can serve you well if you have Embiid, a versatile shot maker, showing off his mid-range game there.
And here's Lillard. He's got 5. The 3 ball. No good.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Pass to Embiid. Here's the 3. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And Embiid does have this range. I mean, it's something the defense has to respect.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Outside Maxey puts up a 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Milwaukee's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. The 3, here's Lillard. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
3 points.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Maxey passes to Embiid. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Prince has got 5.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Oubre from about 19. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Can't blame them. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Now Lillard. To the paint. Lopez. Off target at the rim. No luck on that one. Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard, providing a lot of energy for... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard. And those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. 76ers trail by 5. Screen by Embiid. Out to Oubre. Three-pointer. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Milwaukee has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Well, Clark, we all continue to be amazed by Giannis. What do you like most about his game?
I just think his passion and energy and relentless effort, he gives it to you every time he steps between the line. You get the sense he's not taking any plays off, and he's trying his very best, and that's an endearing quality and something I've really admired about his game throughout his career.
Beyond the arc, and Lillard gets it to go on the assist from Trent. And it's a 10-point Milwaukee lead.
and the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Maxey, and that one is stuffed right through.
Long take by the wily Maxey. He is fantastic at turning on the Jets.
Lillard against Maxey. Trent outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Out to Lillard. It's stolen by Maxey. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Screen by Embiid. It's George on the drive. The rebound by the Bucks. Lopez with it, and Drummond picks him up defensively. Antetokounmpo, a screen on George. Lillard passes to Trent. Out to Lillard, pass to Lopez. To the left side wing, down to 5 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Lillard converting inside.
Watch out now. Lillard is smoking and looking to score every time he touches it.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Lillard against Maxey. Boom! He jams it straight down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And it's Lillard penetrating. And the dunk by Lillard.
He has the ability simply to take over games, and that's what makes Dame so much fun to watch.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Kicks it to George. Drummond with the screen. George against Trent. From the arc. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one. The 3 from Prince. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
I'll tell you what, their execution just continues to impress.
Yeah, getting hotter and hotter. They're really cooking now, actually cooking with gas, and you know what kind of heat that is.
And that one's good.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Lillard outside. Pass to Prince. Back to Lillard. Paint goes in. Lopez with it. Antetokounmpo outside. Lillard outside. Fires the 3. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
That shot, no good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Over at American Airlines Center, the Mavericks will face off against the Hawks. 8:30 Eastern time for the team. And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that'll do it for us.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got Edwards. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Kuzma against Edwards. Kuzma with the ball. The layup off target.
That's a rarity for him, especially against the soft defense.
Here's Yabusele. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Shoots over Portis. The rebound by Sims. And so Porter will bring it up for the Bucks. On the wing, Kuzma. Porter, the pass to Green. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Here's Porter, and it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Sixers ball.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Edwards a screen on Porter. Outside Edwards. Fires from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Edwards got himself on the board with a 3 there.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers, experienced with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
Burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Porter, the pass to Green. Porter a screen. On the wing, Porter. Two points. That one goes.
Porter Jr.
Porter's gotten 4 this quarter.
One of the things Porter Jr. has done is really improved as a decision maker. Excellent pick and roll action there.
Yabusele misses in close.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Yeah, on the run, Kuzma can be very effective, just attacking without hesitation. First in steals, and they did a great job of protecting the ball. Second fewest in turnovers. That's tough to accomplish in today's fast-paced style.
And last year, the #1 ranking in steals just illustrated the level of effort that they put in on D. All right, let's take a second to view the 2K leaderboard and look at last season's top scoring squads. The 4th spot held by Milwaukee.
Boy, they do an excellent job offensively. Most of the season last year, they were really in sync. A nice flow and rhythm to their offensive game. But anytime you score the points they did, it's about unselfishness and trusting each other.
Porter looks it over. Outside, Green. Over to the left wing. Here's Portis. Outside Porter. Shot clock at 5. Rebound by the 76ers. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And B.A., they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
To the inside. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throw?
Oh, hey! How about
big
that?
time right there. Big time.
Woo!
He is indeed a showman now. Porter Jr. using that explosive athleticism on the rack attack. Yes, sir.
Down low. Here's Grimes. Porter with the steal. .30 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. An open look for Portis. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Portis has gotten his first points of the night.
This speaks to how assertive Portis is, and he's skilled at knocking it down off the catch, too.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Philadelphia shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
The Bucks leading by 14. Now here's Lillard. He's got 25. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Milwaukee shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Free throw good, Lillard. For three, George. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. And it's Prince in at the small forward.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on George. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Trent. Lillard outside. Hits the three-pointer. Lillard's got 31 points.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
George scanning the floor. Embiid, a screen on Prince. For three, George. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Trent. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Off target with the open look.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
With the speed at which Maxey plays, that pull-up is almost impossible to deal with.
Lillard outside. It's Prince on the wing. Back to Lillard. Trent on the wing. Connects. The jumper drops. And the Bucks lead by 18.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Drummond. The kick out to Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Lillard. Here's Maxey. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Maxey's got 19 points.
Boy, the defense was looking for something different there. Maxey kept it himself off the pick that time.
Steps back. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's Prince. Jacks up a three. The offensive rebound. Lillard outside. Second chance effort. And he sinks the layup. Lillard's got 33.
Clever move that time by Lillard. He knows exactly when to take chances to be aggressive on offense.
George, a deep three. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on George. And he's going for the lob. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, He just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Here's Prince. Pass to Lillard. Lopez, the screen on George. And Lillard puts up a deep three. Off target from outside. 76ers trail by 17. For three, Maxey. From downtown. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 22.
You got to get out on that if you're the defender. Maxey is very capable from beyond the arc.
Now Lillard, a deep three. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. George for three, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
There's not much a defender can do when George decides to go up with the pull-up. I mean, you got to respect both his shooting and his driving ability because of his speed on the dribble.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Bucks.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And what a huge performance it was for Damian Lillard.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Lillard against George. Oh, George with a steal.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
And when you look at the numbers over the last few years, it's clear that George has made a jump as a playmaker.
And here's Lillard. So Milwaukee wins it. They played the villain tonight. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForge.
coverage of the NBA on 2K Sport. And we've got a moment now to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Josh Hart.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him early.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges out there with Anunoby. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hart in at the 3 slot. And for Philadelphia, Andre Drummond is out there with Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. Just 5 to shoot. Towns for 3. And Embiid with the block.
He's so agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
Here's Anunoby, coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia. And opening day here for both of these teams. Brent Berry, the fans are full of optimism.
Well, the seeds have been planted in the offseason, Kevin. What's about to bloom for these franchises as the year goes on? I mean, lots of movement around the league, but it's about the growth of your favorite team and watching these storylines play out as teams march towards the playoffs. A long ways away, but tonight's where it starts.
Now, here is Robinson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Some footwork and some finesse from Mitchell Robinson.
Left side, Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Drummond sets the screen for Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Bridges. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Hart with it. He's covered by Maxey. Towns, the pass to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Towns, a screen on George. Bridges misses.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall. And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Just so efficient right now on offense. Bridges picking up his spots and recognizing when to strike.
Here's George. Towns with the steal. Bridges against Maxey. Bridges shot. Good.
Well, there are not a lot of ways that Bridges is unable to score. This time he shows off the floater.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys.
2 minutes remaining.
Well, you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. Maxey, no good. The Knicks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Hart. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson.
Sixers ball.
And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Bridges with it. George picks him up. Hart against Maxey. Hart kicks to Bridges. Three-pointer. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. And so George will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pass to Embiid. 56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And that one is good.
Looming large on the interior. Embiid, hard to deny.
Hart, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And George gets it to go.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Bridges. It's Robinson, top of the key. Will it go? And off the front iron, and in it goes. Robinson's got his second bucket.
Robinson stretching his limits on that play from the mid-range.
Count the basket.
Pretty much all of your buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Oubre against Anunoby. Unable to get that one. Here's Maxey. And he uses the glass on the layup. Maxey's got 6 points.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
And so it's Philadelphia ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
With a little zest that time, Anunoby unleashing that athleticism at the rim.
Philadelphia leading by 12. Right side, Maxey. George looking over the floor. Embiid with a screen on Hart. The offensive rebound. Embiid, no good. Knicks trail by 12. Here's Bridges. Hart the pass to Anunoby. Towns against Oubre. Pass to Robinson. Over Embiid. Robinson misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Embiid. 11 feet away. Embiid owns the lane.
And Embiid practices these shots all the time, which is why he's so good from this area.
Robinson sets a screen for Anunoby. Pass to Robinson and stolen by Drummond. The 3 from George. The Knicks pull it in. Last time they met in New York.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Some nice passing by New York here. Hart the pass to Robinson. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers leading by 14. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high. I think of Andre Drummond as a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on the backboard and attacking the rim.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
2 minutes remaining in the
Hard against George. Beyond the arc. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Towns with a nice move.
Anthony Towns.
And really one of the more mobile bigs in our league. You simply have to account for Towns on the drive.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Here's Anunoby. Nailed from three-point land. Anunoby's got 5 points now this quarter.
Anunoby showing some confidence, believing in the work he puts in.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Embiid. There's Embiid with the dunk.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Can't let someone like Hart get inside the D just asking to get burned.
George against Hart. And George with the stuff.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Anunoby, no good.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And there's George. That's good on the assist by Maxey. George has got 11 points.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Bridges passes to Hart. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Nick Ball. Substitution on the court.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the second. Drives to the hoop. Achua. And he banks in the layup.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Here's Drummond. And so it's Philadelphia with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It'll be the Hawks against the Mavericks out in Dallas. 8:30 Eastern time for the tip there. And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Philadelphia 76ers. That'll do it for our show.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
This is going that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Miles McBride. P.J. Tucker is out there with Precious Achua. And it's Beauchamp in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Beauchamp. Lays it up off the glass. Beauchamp's got his first basket of the night. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
A shot by Porty, no good. Philadelphia leading by 16. Outside Lowry. There's a screen. There's the triple. It's rebounded by New York. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Beauchamp. And here's Tucker. Still without a basket. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Outside Lowry. Lets it go from deep. Connects from three-point range. Lowry's got 5.
Just a smart play by Lowry, and he's running that pick and roll to perfection.
McBride with the ball. And the Knicks miss again. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? And Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Justin.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Philadelphia leading by 16. Outside Lowry. Again, the miss by Lowry. For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Porty. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. It's tipped. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Here's Tucker. Crafty move. What a terrific move that was.
P.J. Tucker, just one of those guys at his size that always looms larger on the floor. He is comfortable on the inside and finishing.
Lets it go from 14. And there's a minute 45 left in the third. Here's Grimes, 6 on the shot clock.
Putting down on the deck, Grimes utilizing his quickness and first step.
McBride passes to Beauchamp. And it's Bona with the rebound.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you should miss.
Outside Lowry. From deep. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. The 76ers, number 1.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
And here's Edwards from the arc. There's the screen. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's McBride. Here's Beauchamp. A three-pointer is right on target. Beauchamp's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, P.J. Tucker in for the share.
Edwards. And yep, and the drop taker rolling around the rim.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Here's Tucker, and Tucker slams it in.
And Tucker's showing you he's still got the ability to get to the rim.
Philadelphia leading by 13. And there's the call on Miles McBride.
Miles McBride.
That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
17 seconds left in the third. A shot by George, wide open. Hands it from downtown. George has got 14 points.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble. Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And so now let's hear what Coach Tom.
Got to get some stop.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Kelly Oubre out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Paul George. And it's Maxey in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Hart. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Anunoby. Towns looking around. 4 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Bridges misses.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And here's George for 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Bridges against Maxey. Oubre outside. George against Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Oubre for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Oubre's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And Anunoby gets it to go on the assist from Robinson.
3 points.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Knicks trail by 17. Here's Hart. Robinson passes to Anunoby. Now Hart. Beyond the arc. Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
And another miss. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Back to George. Drummond sets the screen for George. Inside, stolen by Robinson. Pass to Towns. And stolen by Maxey. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Embiid kicks to George. Embiid with a screen on Towns. George, that's a 2-pointer.
Exceptional timing on that rejection. Love seeing Towns this aggressive on defense.
Anunoby makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Soft touch on the lay-in. Not everyone has that.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Maxey looking it over. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Here's Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
You can kind of feel the energy coming off of Anunoby right now. He's locked in and ready to continue his attack.
Maxey against Bridges. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Drummond. Oubre outside.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Philadelphia. Philadelphia.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Tyrese Maxey.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
Maxey against Bridges. Right side Maxey. George with the ball. Bridges covering. Whoops, there's a 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Knicks ball.
With the floater, and he lays it up and in.
Bridges.
Think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
From deep, George. It's rebounded by New York. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Bridges outside Towns. Back to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, what a feed right there. Towns' vision is really off the charts.
And a deep three from George. Offline. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Some good. Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge.
Features two teams that are elite when it comes to rebounding, Doris.
You know, there was a point at which, BA, it felt like rebounding was almost, especially on the offensive end, de-emphasized. Now you're getting back to a point where understanding dominating the defensive backboards. It means finishing your possession defensively and offensively creating more opportunity. It's an important aspect on both ends.
Now, New York starting five. We've got Mitchell Robinson. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Anunoby in at the 2.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Hart goes in. Here's Bridges. It's stolen by Trent. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one goes. Count it.
First bucket of the evening. Now, both teams are really looking to exploit matchups here.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Oh, they pick off the pass. In transition, here come the Bucks. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Boy, you look at the impact of Taurean Prince on the game. This guy making hustle plays on both sides. Anticipation into opportunity. That is nicely done.
Bridges. Giannis with the rebound. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Robinson passes to Hart. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
That's just Josh Hart getting to his spot, being shot ready. Nicely done.
Lillard deciding where to go with it. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Antetokounmpo has got his second basket of the game. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers, and we discussed Mikal Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of problems with his movement off the ball. He keeps the defense on its toes. We can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also praised Bridges' on-ball defense. He'll be the focus of their game plan tonight. Brian?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Antetokounmpo can't connect.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
They now take the lead.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Trent with a screen on Bridges. Lillard into the lane. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Bridges outside. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Towns for 3. Prince grabs the miss. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. All right, now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past few months for Karl Anthony Towns.
In the last couple of months, the rebounding totals have taken a bit of a dive for him. Let's see if he can refocus and put more effort on the glass.
Trent with a screen on Bridges. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Nails it from 3. Lillard's got 5 now.
A genuine sniper from downtown. Lillard's confidence is what makes him so dangerous.
This one for three. Bridges misses.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks. And right here, the 2K leaderboard shows us which teams made the most of their second chance opportunities last year. The Knicks, second.
Second chance points were crucial to their offensive production, so they worked to maximize that strength.
Towns a screen on Lillard. Bridges on the attack. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Yeah, that's the length and speed. Boy, Mikal Bridges gets to the rim in a hurry.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo outside. Lillard a screen on Towns. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the jam.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Hard up top. $19-footer. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Hart's got his second bucket on the night. And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for Milwaukee. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Hart from long range. He drops it from range. He has 7.
Now, Josh Hart starting to show people, I can knock down a three-point shot. You better guard me.
Here's Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way. 1 second left. Oh, it's blocked by Towns. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Milwaukee. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards, and it's Prince in at small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection.
Here's Robinson, and the layup is good. The Bucks leading by 3. And Doris, you talk about the bounciest big men in the association. Mitchell Robinson's on the short list.
Come on now, this guy is a game changer as a lob threat and rim protector. He's grown up so much in terms of avoiding foul trouble, and he's putting in the work on the offensive end. Mitchell Robinson is a big-time player.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, I believe I'm one of the...
Oh! Giannis powers it down with force.
Trent Jr. just making opportunities by being active defensively.
Bridges against Lillard. And the basket by Bridges. Bridges has got 6.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Pass to Towns. The 3. Lillard pulls down the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Back to Trent. Antetokounmpo, right side. And it comes off the front of the rim. Knicks trail by 3. Inside, here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Well, Mitchell Robinson will take it to the rim with authority every chance he gets.
The Bucks have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Hart with a screen on Lillard. Bridges passes to Hart. There's the triple. On target from range. 10 points for him. What's not to love about opening day, Grant? Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
Bridges against Lillard. Bridges down low, uses the glass to finish the layup. Bridges has gotten 4 this quarter.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
Hart against Prince. Oh, deflected. It's stolen by Hart. It's Robinson, high post. He came away with 14 points in his last game. Towns for 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. 1:37 left to play in the first half. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Yeah, and this speaks to how strong Giannis is. Able to still convert despite the physical defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Pass to Lillard. It's stolen by Hart. Here's Towns. Takes a 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in the game. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Second team foul. At the line.
The first free throw is good.
And you watch Taurean Prince and how valuable he is to his team for a couple of reasons. Number one, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He defends at a high level, and he can really stretch the floor.
Bridges finds Towns. That's good from Bridges on the assist from Towns. Bridges has got 6 here in the quarter. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Out left to the wing. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, down low, the Greek freak.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Robinson against Lopez. Towns passes to Hart. Kicks it out to Anunoby. It's Robinson, high post. Offensive rebound. Anunoby, a screen on Trent. Bridges with it, and it's Trent picking him up. Tries again. Anunoby passes to Hart. 4 on the clock. Tries it from 16, and Anunoby gets it to go. Anunoby's gotten his second bucket on the night.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Milwaukee out front. They lead by 2. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks, guys. I'm here.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
He's feeling it. Exploiting the gaps in the defense, getting high percentage looks.
Defensively, you have to find a way to...
Now let's take a moment. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And on the floor for Tom Thibodeau as we get into the second half. They've got Miles McBride. Precious Achiuwa is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Beauchamp in at the 2. Beauchamp gets the bucket.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Pass to Kuzma. On the wing, Green. And it's New York with a rebound. Right side, Tucker. Here's Okporti. Back to Tucker for the lead. The putback. Porter pulls it in. Milwaukee in the lead. Outside, Green. Pass to Sims. And the layup is good off the glass.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Beauchamp. Outside Achiuwa for the tie. Hits the trifecta. And this game is tied up now.
I'll tell you, a confident stroke from Precious Achiuwa. He has elevated this aspect of his game.
Porter, the pass to Kuzma. Outside Porter. Outside Green. The 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Bucks lead by 3.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
A nice shot by McBride.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Porter, the pass to Green. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Left side Achiuwa. Pass to Beauchamp. Outside McBride. It's stolen by Kuzma. Here's Sims. Porter with it. Here he goes. And then Porter with the dunk.
You're coming right at you. KPJ playing with intensity.
Doris, we know how big fashion is in today's NBA. Perhaps no one showcases this more than Kyle Kuzma.
And you can tell, B.A., Kuz definitely has some fun with some of the outfit choices. He does not mind causing a stir on social media, and he does not mind pushing boundaries.
Now here's Porter. McBride covers. And he lobs it up top. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
A crafty play by Porter, tripping up the defense and opening things up for another guy.
Pass to Beauchamp. Back to Tucker. There's the drive. Here's Beauchamp. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And how fun is it watching Porter Jr. punch it in, leaving no room for error on the drive.
Tucker, the pass to Beauchamp. To the right side. Achiuwa, the open look. It's hauled in by Portis. The Bucks leading by 6. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Green off the drive. And the shot goes. Green's got his third basket on the night right there.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And as we end the third quarter, and let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop them.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. And it's Prince in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Anunoby on the take. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
How special can OG Anunoby be? Show off and show out.
Here's Trent. The Knicks pull it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. 2-point game. Outside Anunoby. To tie it up. And the layup is up and in. Anunoby's got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, a level of physicality brought to OG Anunoby, and he says, I can match that.
And it's New York with a rebound. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
For 3, here's Lillard. Lopez finds Lillard. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Bridges. For 3, here's Lillard. Antetokounmpo flying high for the follow. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Hard with it, and it's Trent picking him up. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
The vertical of OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Lillard on the drive. Missed inside. The Knicks have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Pass to Towns. Robinson against Lillard. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Now here's Bridges. Now Towns. Antetokounmpo covering. Just 5 on the clock. Rejected by Lopez.
Well, Lopez twice on the pipes. He has the length to do this every time on the defensive end.
New York has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. And the Bucks pushing it up now. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. That one misses for Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Anunoby sinks that one from the post. Anunoby's got 8 points in the quarter.
You can see that OG Anunoby wants the opportunity to deliver in a big moment and does.
And Lillard puts up a deep 3. The Knicks with the rebound. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Towns against Prince to take the lead. Lopez with the steal. Bridges against Lillard. To the inside. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here's Hart. Oh, and they take the lead. And the Knicks lead by 2. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New York.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
And he is just showing off right now. I mean, he's giving you leadership. Giannis just takes pride in stepping up and hitting those big shots.
Outside Anunoby. Launches it. Knocks it down from distance. Anunoby's got 11 points here in the second half.
What you appreciate is OG Anunoby's detailed and patient offensive approach. Simply taking what the defense gives him.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Gary Trent Jr. First personal foul. Third team foul.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. Bridges against Lillard. Towns down low. Pass to Robinson. Bridges outside. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. Prince grabs the miss. And so Prince will bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 3. Lillard against Bridges. Lillard outside. 4-3. He's off from 3. And so the big win by New York in a tight game. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment.
place is absolutely buzzing with anticipation. Each team with their first game of the season here tonight.
The key now is making sure your season starts with a win. That first dub is a catalyst to the start of your season. Helps you find a rhythm very early.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Oubre out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Embiid. Then it's George. And it's Maxey in at the point. 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Lillard. The 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Now Maxey. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Here's Lopez, and it's sent back by Drummond. Lillard against Maxey. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
And Embiid with the block.
Every year he's a defensive player of the year candidate. His instincts, that's what makes Embiid outstanding. And his awareness of when to go for the block.
Now here's Lillard. Launches a 3. Ball's knocked loose.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The 3 from George. And Drummond kicks to Oubre. The 76ers again can't hit it. Milwaukee has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And the dunk by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about the game plan for Joel Embiid. He told me Embiid might be the hardest matchup in the league. You just have to try to make things difficult on him and make him work for every point. See if they're up to it, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
And a great look. Lillard always looking for teammates. Doesn't have tunnel vision.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Trent, a screen on George. Here's Lillard. That one's not going to go. Excellent D there from George.
2 minutes remaining.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Back to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Defense looks helpless against Embiid on that slam. He's just too physical.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchises.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Bucks trail by 4. Lillard from outside. Lillard again missing.
And to put things simply, this has not been his fault.
The 76ers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. He throw good Drummond.
I think of Andre Drummond as a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
Maxey with it. Lillard picks him up. Drummond passes to Maxey. Baseline jumper. The putback. Here's Drummond. Maxey looking it over. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. The 76ers again can't hit it. Here's Lillard. Kicks it out to Prince. The Bucks working the ball around. Lopez sets a screen for Trent. Releases from the wing and throws it. Trent's got his second basket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Kicks it out to Lillard. And it's all evened up.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Up in time. Tie game in Milwaukee. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Paul George. Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Maxey in at the point. And Lillard gets it to go.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Down low, here's Embiid. In close, Embiid gets it to fall.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And Antetokounmpo slings it in.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Hard to talk about a guy who can completely take over. Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, I love his energy. I love his focus. I love his love for the game. He is relentless. What's amazing is that there's still so much upside there, Kevin.
Three-pointer. And it goes for the fifth time in 10 shots for him this game.
That is how you respond. Maxey with the three of his own.
Trent, a screen on George. And Lillard kicks to Trent. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight. Maxey into the lane. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Kicks it out to Prince. Here's Trent. Plays it up and banks it in. Trent's got the lead up to 1 now for the Bucks. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
Prince setting a pick for Trent. Prince outside. A three-pointer, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Count it, good. Maxey's got 19 points. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
And here's George. Still yet to score. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Lillard outside. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Maxey. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Outside, Maxey. To the paint, it's tipped. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Embiid. Oh, wow, what a slam from Embiid.
Wow, the process. Come on, I want to see that again.
Giannis passes to Trent. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And a miss there on the triple. Lillard, right side. Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. Over Maxey. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
And we've got a moment here. Thank you for being with us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
They've got Kyle Kuzma. Green is out there with Porter. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Sims in at the 5, down low. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Just 4 to shoot. And finished off by Porter.
When he's going, KPJ is a deadly offensive player. Can beat you in so many ways, including off the bounce.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals. Closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And just so crafty around the hoop. Lowry probably 6 feet at best, but and he can slip inside and score with the best of them.
They kick it out to Green. Pass to Kuzma. Porter against Lowry. Latrey. Porter, no luck. Philadelphia leading by 4. Grimes passes to Yabusele. Kuzma pulls it in. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Green against Edwards. Green dishes to Porter. Portis is screen on Edwards. Porter kicks to Portis. Back to Porter. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
They set the screen. Lowry from outside gets the three-pointer to fall. Lowry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Can't let Lowry get comfortable from beyond the arc because he's more than capable of hurting you from there.
Got that one up quick.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
Inside, here's Bona. Here's Yabusele. It's deflected. Outside for Lowry. No good on the three.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Here's Green. The layup missed. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 4-point game. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for him.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
Now here's Porter. He has 5. Pass to Green. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Philadelphia leading by 7. To the wing on the left. Edwards looking it over. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Porter against Lowry. Puts up a 3. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on those second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Maxey with it. Shoots over Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal. Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
At the line for the 76ers.
Maxey hits them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Oubre with the steal. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Philadelphia with a 10-point lead. So how about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's George. Then there's Maxey. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Maxey on the wing. Covered by Lillard. Yep, that one goes in there.
When Maxey is feeling himself, he can really fill up that stat sheet.
Bucks trail by 9. Lillard outside. From outside the arc. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Puts it up. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got 25 points.
I'll tell you, when Maxey gets into his rhythm, he can go all night long.
Trent setting the pick for Lillard. Trent outside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Bucks trail by 5. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Trent outside from the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, George shoots the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 8 rebounds in this game.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up. Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things, and his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Prince with a screen on Drummond. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got 9 points in the quarter.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Here's Maxey. And that one, good. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Maxey attacked without any hesitation. I love the confidence from the young fella.
Prince with a screen on George. And it's Lillard missing.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
4th quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Trent. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lillard, the pass to Trent. 6 to shoot. Lillard with a screen for Trent. And here's Prince outside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 6th assist on the night. Now Maxey. Over Lillard. Maxey, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just was basically with something.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Maxey. Nobody near Lillard. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Lillard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch, and he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
59 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Giannis kicks to Lillard. Lillard, a screen on Oubre. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And here's Trent. Pass to Lillard. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Frames it from downtown.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Here's Maxey. Money!
When it comes down to crunch time, Maxey wants the ball in his hands.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 4. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
Embiid with a screen on Prince. The three from George. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just one.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
Wow, doing all he can to give them the edge, pulling their lead out to 3 points.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a three, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick two and a foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point. So I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
And so the Bucks take the win. It was a fantastic ball. Thank you for that, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and
For the visit.
Hello out there. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for him.
And he's been on a roll during these last few months. Getting better in terms of scoring the ball and proving to be a key part of this team as we move farther along in the season.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. We've got Paul George. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Maxey, and it's Oubre in at the 3. And for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the 2. The shot by Towns, no good. And here are the 76ers. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they faced the Knicks.
They were out-hustled on the boards the last time these teams met.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul. Here's Maxey into the lane. Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Shot clock at 6. And Anunoby for 3. Drummond grabs the miss. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. High arcing shot. No good there. Nice D from Bridges. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Screen by Robinson. Hart against Maxey. Outside Anunoby. Hart from long range. Buries it from 3.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA, and when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion, in-your-face attitude, and of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let them get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Tipped away. Bridges with it. Guarded now by George. Bridges passes to Robinson. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Oh, and that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. The 76ers, number 1.
The steals numbers only tell part of the story. This was a team that made trouble for every opponent with their incredible effort on the defensive end.
Here's Maxey. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
And they secured a spot in the top 5 for team rebounding. That ability to dominate the boards has been a real strength of theirs.
And they really put in the work on the defensive end last season to limit their opponent's scoring. They were all business on that side of the floor. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Let me hear you once again.
New York leading by 5. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5. Power in home!
Oh, wow! And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Count that one.
One of the things that separates George from other wings is willingness to go inside and do work, to play near the goal.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey, said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Anunoby. Rebound by the 76ers.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Maxey against Bridges. Maxey surveys. Clock at 6. Pass to Drummond. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. .105 left in the first quarter. Outside Hart. Banked it in off the glass. Hart's got 7 points.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
First trip to the line for him here.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
First one falls for him. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Now here's Anunoby. 27 points his last game. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Kicks it to George. Drummond, the screen on Anunoby. Anunoby against George. With one on the clock. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's New York with a 6-point lead. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. We've got Kelly Oubre. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's George, and it's Maxey in at the 1. Now here's Bridges. 14 points for him last game against Philadelphia. And there's the foul. It's on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Bridges against George. Towns on a screen. To the middle. Back to Bridges. Shot clock at 3.
Great physicality that time on the defensive end from Drummond, using his body to wall up.
What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer, Allen Iverson, back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable.
Now here's Anunoby. No made baskets yet. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Bridges outside. Towns a screen on Maxey. To the paint. And it's powered home by Towns.
Boy, look at the big fella elevating when Towns goes to the rim. He's doing it on and with purpose.
Pass to Drummond. George outside. Let's go with a three. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Maxey against Hart. It's stolen by Maxey. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Terrific two-way play from Maxey.
And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. 3-point lead. Pass to Towns. Back to Hart. Towns on a screen. 6 to shoot. Goes up on the wing. Hart can't hit. Philadelphia has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Maxey against Bridges.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Drummond with the screen. Maxey attacking. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Just way too fast for him. Maxey quick on the drive.
And here's Anunoby. From deep. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4. And this early in the season, there are still so many unknowns, Grant.
You're right. You learn a little about each team in the preseason. But once the games count, things really start coming into focus.
Now here's Drummond. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Anunoby. And he can't get that one. Good work defensively by Drummond. 76ers trail by 4. Stolen by Anunoby. Pass to Robinson. Inside. Drummond grabs the miss. The 76ers have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That'll be a second foul of the game. Anunoby against George. Embiid, a screen on Anunoby. And the jam by George.
Look, in deference to his age, he's not going to throw it down like he used to, but PG can still rock that rim.
Now here's Bridges. And George with some nice D. The 76ers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Maxey taking up that airspace, doing a nice job just bouncing off the floor there.
Here's Hart. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Hart's got 9.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
For 3, Maxey. Counted from distance. And the 76ers lead by 1.
Tyrese Maxey, a really talented and explosive scorer. He can fill it up in a hurry.
Anunoby, a screen on George. Got a hand on it. What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story for the Philadelphia 76ers. He made up. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile.
And now here's something that's it for us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Achua is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Tuck 40 in at the center position. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half. Good.
A burly, bruising point guard. Lowry is good at using that upper body strength to fight through contact.
The 3 is up. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Edwards with it. And McBride picks him up defensively. Now here's Edwards. Tight defense on him. 4 on the clock. Yabusele. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. To the inside. Porty. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Yabusele, look that.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Tucker with a screen on Lowry. McBride attacking. Tucker inside. Guarded by Edwards. And it's Beauchamp missing.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Pass to Bona. Porty grabs the board. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Beauchamp. Yet to see a basket. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. New York shooting their first free throw of the night here. And it's tied up with that one. Lowry with it. For 3. Sinks it from distance. Lowry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Excellent play call that time by Lowry, breaking up the defense with the pick and roll to create a shot for himself.
And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go.
New York ball.
And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. Second, New York.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Launches it from deep. McBride can't get it to go. Philadelphia leading by 3. Lowry surveys the D. To the middle. Out of bounds. It'll be Knicks ball.
First in steals. And they did a great job of protecting the ball. Second fewest in turnovers. That's tough to accomplish in today's fast-paced style.
And last year, the #1 ranking in steals just illustrated the level of effort that they put in on D. Achua for 3. No good that time. The 76ers have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Lowry outside. Here's Bona. Out to Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Yabusele from outside the arc. Achua with the rebound.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And Tucker gets it to go.
Hey, one of the strongest part of Tucker's game is knocking down that 3-point shot. He doesn't need much space to get it off.
30.
Lowry outside. It's Edwards on the wing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
It's Edwards on the wing. Checked by Tucker. Clock at 6. And here's Lowry from the arc. Porty grabs the board. New York has gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the third quarter. Tucker, the pass to Achua. And that misses. That would have put him up.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
34 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Achua. Here's Beauchamp. Pass to Porty.
76ers foul.
And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there.
Second team foul. Substitution on.
And here are the Knicks now. They trail by 3. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
He knew exactly exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
The three is up. And that's good. Maxey for three. Maxey's got 15.
Big day for their backcourt. Their guards have really set the tone for the rest of this team.
McBride. What if it goes? And we've reached the end of the third. The Sixers on top, up by 4. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Philadelphia. Kelly Oubre out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's George. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Maxey in at the point. Here's George going inside. And the jam by George.
Great speed displayed by George on his way to the bucket. Devastating to the defense with those dunking skills of his.
Right side, Hart. Back to Robinson. Pass to Hart. 6 on the shot clock. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's George. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
All talent there from Bridges.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 3-point game. And he drives in, and the jam by George.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Maxey against Bridges. Outside Maxey. Outside Oubre. Pass to George. Fires the 3. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Knicks trail by 3. Now Towns. Back to Hart. Robinson in the post. Embiid's there. Up top, Anunoby. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
And, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
Maxey. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point and in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
The play is under video review under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Up top, Robinson. Maxey against Hart.
2 minutes.
And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The Sixers lead by 3. Outside Maxey. falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
So great seeing Maxey come through in the big spots, continuing to evolve right before our eyes.
Pass to Anunoby. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Got it. Anunoby's got 4 points this quarter.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down. Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And they pick up 2. George has got 19 points.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
Here's Hart. It's stolen by Maxey. Here's Embiid. Yes! Embiid from in close.
Once he gets that low, there's nothing you can do about it. Embiid is a major handful inside.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Tom Thibodeau coaching his team during that last break. Coach delivering an inspiring message to his team saying, quote, hey, we can win this game. Believe in yourselves. Battle to the end. Honestly, guys, even I was a bit pumped up after hearing this one.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Maxey with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. George feels it out a bit. Embiid a screen on Bridges. And a foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And so here is Philadelphia. Embiid a screen on Anunoby. George for 3. Hart pulls it in. And you never want to say never, but in this case...
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know if divine intervention could turn this around.
And so it's Philadelphia with the W. Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg.
Opening day, and what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. And it's Prince in at the 3.
Picking up the pieces, Hart acts fast and saves that play.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis' screen on Bridges. Floats it up for Giannis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Every night there's something that Giannis does on the floor where you just have to put your hands on your head. Wow, what a move.
For 3, Bridges. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here's Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. To the inside. On the dunk by Lopez.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked 1st in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau, and as you would expect, their focus on defense is Damian Lillard. He said Lillard's smart. He's seen every defensive look there is, so we can't get fancy. Our main thing is to be ready with help defenders inside. We can't allow him penetration. They're hoping to limit the damage he can do at the rim. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David.
And Lillard just has the quicks right there. If you give him any space, he's going to get in that gap.
Anunoby outside. Traps in the tray.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Anunoby against Trent. Lillard outside. Driving in, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Towns sets the pick for Hart. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Bridges against Lillard. Fires the three. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Great shot from Lillard. He loves finding space around that perimeter so he can just fire.
Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team.
Yeah, unbelievable, all-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All-NBA 7 times, Kevin, a Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done, and he wants to win at the highest level, and that's what he's looking to do.
Now here's Lillard. 7 points in the game. 4 on the clock. Trent finds Lillard. Anunoby sends it back.
Pretty simple. OG Anunoby is an elite defender. Watch out.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Knicks ball.
Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Now, here's Bridges. Last time, 14 points for him. And the three off target.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Lillard against Bridges. Trent setting the pick for Lillard. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on Mitchell Robinson. Hey, Brent, Damian Lillard is as clutch as they come. He is fearless. Where do you think that comes from? Why is he so effective late in tight games?
Such a great question, Kevin, but for Damian Lillard, I think it boils down to one word, and that is confidence. I mean, he has legitimately the ultimate confidence in all the work that he puts in the offseason to be in these moments, have the ball in his hands, and it's been proven time and time again that he can come through. It's why we see him tap his wrist and it being game time for some of the most memorable moments of his career.
Lillard against Bridges. Right side out of Kumbo. Good D by Anunoby. A big-time effort for OG Anunoby, providing a lot of energy for the new. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Knicks?
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there bodes well.
OG Anunoby is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Towns in at the power forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks are still trying to perfect their chemistry. Bobby Portis says things take time. You've got to keep continuing to build it. There's another level Dame and Giannis can get to. Just making it clockwork. Them continuing to get better at it opens the floor for everyone else on the court. Kevin?
Well, David, with those two guys, Dame and Giannis, it opens the floor up a lot. Hey, thanks for the report.
Trent is a very reliable three-point shooter. This is what he's all about.
You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious.
Trent, a screen on Hart. Prince wide open, and another three for Milwaukee.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Here's Anunoby. Milwaukee with the rebound. Bridges with the steal. Towns at the elbow. Out to Bridges. in the hoop for his fourth field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
It's hauled in by Trent. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Towns with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Out to Bridges. Hart, wide open. He fires. And the 3 ball is good. And it's a 5-point Knicks lead.
Scoring in rhythm there. Great to see Hart shoot it without holding back.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Lillard scanning the floor. Prince outside. And the dunk by Prince.
That's just too easy for Taurean Prince.
Prince against Anunoby.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Well, Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule that teams are dealing with. How many times the coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
The numbers will back it up, Brent, but when you watch OG Anunoby, it's easy to see why he is an elite defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he's been slept on by a lot of casual fans around the NBA, but trust me, diving deeper into the numbers, OG's defense is elite. He's got that strength, he's got the wingspan, he's got great instincts, and he is daunting for any would-be scorer that wants to put points on the board. Smart and aggressive, Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick-and-roll set.
Here's Towns, and the layup's good off the glass. Towns has got his first points of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Lillard against Bridges. Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. And he drives in. Good work there as it goes. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
When Dame's on the move, you know something good's going to happen.
Bridges a screen on Prince. Anunoby passes to Bridges. That one drops for. And the Knicks lead by 4.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Bridges against Lillard. Knicks with the rebound. Anunoby right side. 29 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Towns wide open. Bangs on the trifecta. Now it's a 7-point New York lead.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Lillard against Bridges. And Lillard kicks to Trent. Prince finds Lillard. 5 to shoot. Trent setting the pick for Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing. And so it's the New York Knicks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The Spurs battling in a close one against the Denver Nuggets. And that's a close game very late.
Great battle between.
All right, let's get right into the story of the first half. And it's been the play of Mikal Bridges.
Bridges might not be the biggest name on the team, but as him.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. They've got Kevin Porter. Bobby Portis out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green, and it's Sims in at the 5.
Mercy. Watch out. Kevin Porter Jr. coming through with a nasty deuce.
Brent, for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. He missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar. And these guys have been contenders ever since.
When he's going, KPJ is a deadly offensive player. Can beat you in so many ways, including off the bounce.
McBride passes to Beauchamp. There's the drive. Here's McBride. Makes it off the glass. McBride's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Knicks.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Kuzma kicks to Porter. Kuzma outside. Portis sets the pick for Kuzma. Outside Portis. Pass to Porter. And he makes good on the layup. Porter's got 6 points.
And Portis knows this system well. Try to make the good to great pass.
The Knicks leading by 5. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Down low. Back to McBride. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
There's a good screen and a wide open look for Porter. A three-pointer, no good. New York's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. McBride finds Achua. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's McBride. Pass to Beauchamp. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Now here's Porter. He's covered closely. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Green.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Pass to McBride. Knocked loose. Porter with the steal. To the middle. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Green with a screen for Porter. Green, the pass to Porter. For the 3. Floats one. It'll go. And the New York lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Green.
As he's gotten older, we've seen KPJ become a willing passer.
Pass to Beauchamp. Now McBride. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 3. Green left side. Kuzma with the screen for Portis. Here's Green for the tie. Drills it from outside. Green's got 7 points in the game.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Achua. Back to McBride. Just 5 to shoot. Driving to the basket. And he gets the bucket. McBride's got 6 points in the quarter.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
That's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter.
Substitution on the court.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Knicks lead by 2. And do not. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Milwaukee foul.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the shooting guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
And Bridges playing with extreme confidence is on fire right now.
And Lillard throws it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Towns finds Bridges. Towns a screen on Lillard. Lillard against Bridges. Here's Towns. Giannis grabs the miss. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 2. Trent can't hit.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Hart against Prince. Hart the pass to Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
And you could see the length that time with OG stretching out to finish.
46.
Lillard against Bridges. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Bridges. Three-pointer, Lillard with the putback. Giannis on the follow.
And again, just taking the greatness for granted here. Amazing sequence from Giannis.
Bridges against Trent. Anunoby outside. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Trent in the corner. Prince outside to take the lead. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And here is Anunoby. Here's Hart. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, a guy who loves attacking the rim. Hart putting some muscle on it.
It's Prince on the wing. Back to Lillard. Prince outside. This one for 3. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, the bigger the possession, the more engaged Taurean Prince is. Wow.
Here's Bridges. It's hauled in by Trent. Milwaukee's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
2 minutes.
Prince with a screen on Bridges. Lillard attacking and out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
Knicks have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Towns. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 3.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
So exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Here's Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Bridges against Lillard. Bridges with the steal. is Anunoby, and it's sent back by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Prince with the ball, Hart covering. Back to Prince. Trent outside, 6 on the shot clock. A shot by Antetokounmpo, nobody around, no good. That would have tied it. The Knicks have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
50 seconds left in the fourth. Bridges, right side. Clock at 6. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
And Giannis erasing that shot with his length. Shooters have to beware of where Giannis is.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lillard with it. Pass to Prince. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Hart. Prince dishes to Lillard. A putback, and Antetokounmpo on the follow.
Oh, gigantic shot here by Giannis. He's showing he's ready to deliver another big moment.
You can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions. Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Timeout called, the Bucks. They trail by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Lillard against Bridges. So a close game sees New York take this one. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry,